It is 3 o'clock and we're live, and we've got a huge topic today. Today we're going to talk about decluttering, the effect that decluttering has on your mind, has on your mental health, has on your happiness, has on your relationships. Never mind the effect that it has on your. I shall sit here for a moment and just wait to see who's going to come in to join me, because I know some people are. So yes, there's some people there. So do say hello to me. Tell me who's there. Tell me the sun is shining with you, because I can tell you one thing, it's not shining here with me. This morning started off beautifully, but there hasn't been a trace of sunshine since. So I don't know who's there yet, but that's okay. Do let me know who's there. And for anybody who watches in later on, will you put me a little note and say, Maura Mackey's great for doing this hashtag replay or replay, because then I know that you're popping in later on. And that's great. And it's lovely for me to know that. Kavina, and delighted that you've joined the Declutter masterclass. That's brilliant. Siobhan Denise saying, hi, Anne. Raining here in Cork too. Gee, it's not raining here. It's just not sunny. Derry is dull. Derry is never dull, Kavina. No. So listen, yeah, delighted. So yeah, absolutely delighted to be here. I'm here on my own. I have no guests this week. I did try. I have a few people lined up, and just because I think everybody's getting really busy again, and to be perfectly honest, I'm getting busy too, and more challenging. But next week, I have a fantastic guest for next Wednesday. His name is Jason Kennedy. He has a construction company in Sligo. He's a builder. He's absolutely brilliant, really progressive guy. I love what he does. He is so passionate about what he does, so passionate about new builds and about building and the merits of building. But he's also got a very common sense approach as well, which I love. So I think we're going to have a good chat. That's next Wednesday. And then the following Wednesday, I can't tell you who I've planned yet, but I saw this guy on ITV's show in the morning with Holly and Philip Schofield, and I thought, God, he'd be brilliant for here. So watch this space. So yes, decluttering. I know you think it's summertime and you think, oh gosh, I don't know that I really want to focus my mind on working and decluttering. But honestly, I have made this so simple. And if anybody pops in today who has actually done my declutter course before, let the girls know how easy it is. Even the biggest skeptic at the end of it came back to me and said, and that is the truth, because there is a system. And for anybody who wants to join that declutter course, I've done something I've never done. I've got a flash sale going, so it's only €37. I think it's going to be, I forget what it's going to be, 79 or something when it goes up on Kajabi. But our Richard got engaged on Saturday to Annalise, and I haven't been able to take a smile off my face, to be brutally honest, since I heard that news, except for a little while. God, I really, really miss him. And I was sad for a little while, but for different reasons. But so anyway, if anybody wants to grab a bargain, I will pop the notification here for it, but I'll give you a little taster today, and we'll talk about decluttering and the merits of it. Because if anybody who doesn't know this, and many of you are probably sick hearing this, but over a year ago, we downsized, and Noel Cunningham, lovely topic, keep smiling, lovely lady. Noel, my oldest son Richard, got engaged on Saturday to the love of his life, so I finally have a daughter, and I'm just beaming from ear to ear. About a year ago, more than a year ago, and went from a house that had 5 reception rooms to 2. So huge amount of stuff to be got rid of, to let go, phenomenal amount. So gosh, what did I do? I gave stuff away. I sent loads to the charity shops. Lots of stuff went out into the bins and a skip, and we purged. And I can tell you, the best thing I've ever done since then, my energy has never been better. My focus has never been more concise. I could never do Facebook Live every day if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't let go, if I hadn't purged and got this inner strength and different mindset. And I haven't missed one thing that we let go. Jodie Parsons, oh my goodness. Jodie is Annalise's mother, and Annalise is Richard's fiance. Oh my goodness, what is Jodie saying to me? I have to put this up on the screen. Hi Anne, how exciting is our life now? It's so great. We had lunch on Sunday. They are so happy. I know I was so in Club Eastside on Sunday, but oh, I'm just so thrilled for them. Annalise is the most beautiful girl, and if I could handpick a daughter-in-law, she is it. So I'm just overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed. You're making me teary now, but you know, they're happy tears because, yeah, she's exceptional. I haven't met her yet, but I love her. Jodie's saying, can't wait to finally meet our Irish family. I know, I can't wait to get out there. And the idea of a beach wedding just sounds amazing. So, oh, Jodie, thank you so much. Now, you're moving house as well. You're moving up to that fab that I saw the pictures of. So you need to do a ruthless declutter of everything that you have in the Northern Territories now. And don't take things with you that you don't love and that you don't need. It's as simple as that. Anybody else saying hello to me? Good Lord, that's amazing. Jodie is in the Northern Territories in Central Australia. Not sure what that is. Jodie is saying to me, yes to something. Okay, not sure. Type rate. So listen, you might say to yourself, and so many people, to be honest, think decluttering. And to be honest, I was this girl over and over, and I would get so overwhelmed, totally overwhelmed. Siobhan Savage is up in Belfast. Siobhan is here, and Old Cunningham is waving to you from Kilcar as well. Siobhan, I used to get so overwhelmed when I started thinking about decluttering, and I didn't realize the impact that clutter had on my life. If you walked into my house, and it's totally organized. And on the surface, it did look that way. But in my heart, I knew the two big attics up above were groaning with stuff. I knew that every cupboard, every walk-in closet, and we had loads and loads and loads. I mean, thanks to our architect, to be honest, we had tons of storage, but over the years, I had filled them full of stuff. Everything was groaning. And sometimes I think that it is the clutter that you don't see that drags you down the most. Knowing that you don't want to open a wardrobe door because things could fall out on top of you, the stairs, because you'll just have a headache looking at it. And when you think of the whole picture, you become totally overwhelmed. But last time around on the declutter course, which is not that long ago, I had a couple of girls who were moving house, and all of them found their focus was so good. It became so doable. It was structured. It was organized. It's a breeze. So, but the overwhelm is what kills you in the beginning. So you're not going to go and do it in a day. We did a couple of weeks because that's how quickly our move happened at the end. And I was exhausted. I actually saw photographs of myself and I thought, oh my God, I looked about 90. It was just so draining. But when you do it in a controlled way, and we're doing this over, I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 weeks, and there's a structure for every week, and it's so doable. It's so doable. Let me put the glasses on and see who is here. Oh, Jodie, I'd say you're the same. I just can't stop smiling. Nilla's saying you're looking beautiful today. Gee, thank you. I did something different with my hair today. I flicked it out. Maybe that's it. Hi, Anne, great news about your son. Great times ahead. I know. I mean, Richard is, listen, he's just a darling. And, somebody's sending me a nasty little unhappy face. Who's that? No, don't know. I don't think so. That's a mistake. Great news about your son. Great times ahead. Anne Ward is saying big congratulations on your son's engagement. Exciting times. Very exciting times. Siobhan, September, when my twin daughters start uni. Mixed emotions will keep me busy. Okay, you know what? I'll deal with that first because a few good questions coming up. You deserve that walk-in closet. And it's your time now, Siobhan. I know that you sing. So you have lots of beautiful formal dresses that the rest of us wouldn't really use. We might have had them in the wardrobe, but these are the things that I kind of gave away because I don't think I'll be going to too many formal parties from now on, really. But you will need them. But you're going to take a good, long, hard look at your wardrobe here. And I know this has been an exceptional year, but it still will focus you. Have I worn this in the last year? Will I wear it the next year? It makes it easy to let go. And when you're dealing with expensive clothes, sometimes I had a problem with the things that I knew cost a lot of money and they didn't fit me anymore, or will probably never fit me anymore. Or maybe I just know I'm never going to wear them again. Well, those things I let go. And sometimes what I did was I gave them I gave them away to somebody that I knew would appreciate them, friends and family, or I gave them to charity shops, get really, really good wear out of their clothes. And in fact, your sister told me that she had all these beautiful suits and power outfits from work. And when they changed direction and changed career, all those amazing suits went to the charity shop. So somebody was really, really lucky to get them. Now, Brida's got a really good question here. Top of the pops, Brida. Hi, Anne. What's the first thing you start with when decluttering, please? Okay, decluttering is hard. And it's hard because there's emotion attached to so much of the stuff in our house. Tell people to start, believe it or not, in the kitchen. If you think about it, there's very little emotion attached to what you have in your kitchen. Okay, you might have some plates that your granny gave you. I have some beautiful old silver, antique silver that my mother gave us, and I will never let those go. But truthfully, if you start with your kitchen, and what I say to people is, start first of all with your worktop. Aim to have a completely clutter-free worktop from this moment on. The girls who've done this with me and gone through the whole course with me before know how important this is. They didn't really believe me, but they know now that if you get into the habit, and once you do things often enough, it becomes a habit and you do it automatically. So I wouldn't go to bed at night without having the entire worktop cleared and cleaned and polished. And when I come up in the morning, I love to see it like that, but it's just become a habit. So that's a good place to start. And even to start cupboard by cupboard, drawer by drawer in your kitchen, and start at one end of your kitchen, because that way you're not going to miss anything. Just do it slowly, do it easily. Why am I getting sad little faces? Why? There's a couple of sad faces there. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm sorry, I have no idea. Maybe you hit the wrong button and you wanted a happy face and you got a sad face instead. Start in your kitchen. Let me go back to that, because it is so easy, and it's going to take you time. Spice jars and things like that. I truthfully found spice when we were moving house. I found spice jars at the very back of the cupboards that were maybe 5 and 10 years old, and that is the absolute truth. So be ruthless. Let go of what you don't use. If you've got seasonal things taking up space in your kitchen, move them to somewhere else. Maybe high up cupboards in your utility room or something, because you're only going to use them at certain times of the year. I have one of the girls from Derry last time around, and she said that she has so much more storage in her kitchen now because she's got rid of whatever she didn't need. Got rid of about 40 mugs, because I realized there were a couple of mugs that we use all the time, and I got rid of everything else and I haven't missed anything. So kitchen is a really, really good place to start. Jodie's saying moving to Queensland, and yes, taking your declutter advice for our move. We can't stop either. Okay, good. I think she means we can't stop smiling either. Jodie is Richard's fiance's, Annalise's mother. We've given away loads of clothes to charity shops. And I know you guys have been in a massive health kick, so that's just brilliant. Jane Canning is there up in Dublin. I hope the sun is shining, Jane. Siobhan was saying, looking forward to Donegal Noel tonight. Oh, I know, I can't wait. I've started getting bags ready for the charity shops. And you know, the great thing is now the charity shops are open and accessible, and they can, you know, during lockdown it was challenging. It was tough because you'd fill your bags and you got over the emotional trauma of putting the things into the bags. I usually use 3 bags, a discard bag, which is very easy, worn out. If it's broken, if it's overused, you put it in the discard bag and you put that straight out into the bin or the skip, and you never think about it again. The donate bag is easy enough too, because it's for the charity shops. And I don't know if you know, but Joe Flood told me this ages ago, that if you have things that are, let's say, old sheets or towels or something like that, that won't be resold, if you put on the bag not for resale, they make them up into rags for painters and tradespeople, and you're getting rid of everything that you don't need in your house. Jackie is saying hello to me. Hi, Jackie, and thank you for your lovely messages earlier. Kavina McCauley, my hot press on my cloaks cupboard is my nightmare. Okay, we're jumping the gun a little bit here, but everybody has got a disaster area in their house. In our old house, it used to be the area under the stairs because it was big and it kind of went round in a return. So things just got buried and lost there. And it was just the best feeling in the world to see that cleared out. Hot press, if you're emptying a cupboard, if you're emptying a hot press, will you please completely empty it? So take time, but everything must come out. It's the same with your chest of drawers in your bedroom. It's the same with your wardrobe. Yes, it's a pain to take everything out and put on your bed. Marie Kondo had it right. You know, when she said, you touch it, you feel it, and you look at it and say, does this spark joy? You can say that if you like, or just ask yourself the question, am I really going to wear this? Have I worn this in the last 12 months, and will I wear it again? So where is it going? But by virtue of holding it in your hand, only put back that which you want. And I would like you to, whatever you've got in your wardrobe, hot press, chest of drawers, whatever, I'd like it to be at least 2/3, a third less, so that it's 2/3 full, at least, when you're finished. Once you get into the habit of doing this, it's so easy. I often use a timer. I set the timer for maybe 15-20 minutes, and I work against a timer, and that focuses me very, very well. And I work very fast. So Kavina, you will be fine. Start with your hot press and at the back of the cupboard that you never use anymore. Maybe coloured bed linen or bed linen from kids' beds that you don't use anymore. Get rid. Same with towels, and maybe invest in some nice new sheets and towels. Because you know what I think the last year has taught us, that we need to look after ourselves. We need to be kind to ourselves. So get the nice white fluffy towels, Kavina, and the lovely high thread cotton sheets, and clear out that hot press. And think of the joy that you will feel when you open that door and see this hot press that looks like a Benetton shop. That Marina saying hello to me. Hi Marina, thank you for those kind words. I'd helped Marina with the kitchen, and she said to me, she sent me this lovely message saying, I can't believe it's my kitchen when I walk in. That's all I want for you, that joy, that pleasure. It's just brilliant. Jane is saying it's overcast in Dublin as well. Okay, it is meant to get very good here on Sunday, and all of next week is meant to be fabulous. Anya is saying another way to recycle Olio app. Olio. I am familiar with AutoCAD for drawing. Gosh, enlighten me there, Anya. I always thought Olio was, I'm really sure I had used Olio at some point. Maybe if I was doing, say, a mood board or something, I would do it on Olio. Curious to hear more there, because I don't know what that is. Does anybody else have a question, or have I missed anybody's questions? No, I don't think so. So just in case I forget to say to you, next week when I have Jason on, if you know anybody who's building a house or thinking of building a house, he won't be doing it for you because he's just so busy. He is totally booked up. I think, did he say he's booked up for 2 years? He said he turns away 2 jobs a day. That's how busy he is. But he has got a passion and an enthusiasm and an eye that's just fantastic. So yeah, that's going to be a treat. That's next Wednesday. Okay, so yeah, start if you can with your kitchen. I always do. And there's so many things that cause clutter in your house that you probably don't even think about. I scribbled down a few things today. Okay, worktop, keep your worktop clear. This is why I love working on brand new houses at the moment, because they've got a Crooker electric tap and there's very little on the worktop except worktop. And there's pleasure in that. There really, really is, regardless of the style of your kitchen. Fridge magnets, again, I think they do look cluttered. Had this conversation with somebody who said, but I have all my grandchildren's photographs on my fridge. And I said, would you just, maybe it was make a collage of those photographs and hang them up in a beautiful frame and have them somewhere. Because if you've got a lovely streamlined kitchen, I think integrated appliances, so you're not tempted to put things on your fridge. So I know you might have gone on holidays back in the day and taken back little fridge magnets to remind you of places. But for me, the stuff that goes on the fridge is clutter. And you know what? You've got this beautiful, tidy kitchen. What does your eye draw to? What is your eye drawn to? It's actually drawn to the clutter on the fridge. So maybe get rid of that. A messy hall, an untidy hall is another thing that I would advise the system for doing it. But remember this, when you walk into your hall, if you open your front door and you see school bags, sports equipment, God knows what, Hoover, whatever, on the floor, and then you look at your console table or your hall table and there's a load of keys there and there's posts there and then maybe there's takeaway menus there, that doesn't set a good scene for you in your head for moving home or moving in home or getting in the door. So having your hall nice and clear is really important. So find the permanent to put their school bags and their coats and whatever in that spot. It may be under the stairs. It might mean that you have to put storage in. It might mean that you have to get boxes or the IKEA crates or baskets or something like that. And if you're doing that, and if you've got a couple of kids, it's always a really good idea to give one to each child, label them or color code them if they're very young, to get them into the habit of putting their stuff into their own basket, and to make use of your vertical space too under the stairs. So hang coats and put their hats and stuff up as they come in. Storage in the hall is really important. So having somewhere that you can put keys. And I can remember when I decluttered the hall in our old house, I got rid of everything except one key for the front door, and that was it. And I found loads of stuff, batteries, candles, matches, you name it, junk. You'll be appalled at what you find. So it might be investing in a piece of furniture, maybe that's a chest of drawers that you can put things in the drawers, but that it looks clean and streamlined, and you come in and maybe you have flowers and allow you, not a load of clutter, which sets the scene for that chaos and overwhelm the minute you walk in the door. Brilliant, Anya. Anya's saying, I thought you'd like to know about Olio, an app that connects neighbours to share surplus food and other household items, all for free. Wow, that is not the same. You know what? It's Olio board that I used to use. It was for making mood boards virtually online. Oh gosh, check that out, girls. Let's share my whistles as a hashtag, and it's www.olioex.com. Thank you, Anya. That's fantastic. I'm all for. Actually, one of the girls here last time around said that she had tons of toys in her attic, and she took them all down. It was during her first lockdown, and she gave them to all of her neighbours' children. They were absolutely thrilled to get these books and Lego and God knows what. So do think about, if you don't need these things anymore, think about somebody in your own family circle, or you want them and use them. Guys, I'm getting lots of angry faces. Why am I shouldn't be focusing on this. Why is this happening? Or what am I saying? I don't know. What am I saying that's making people angry? Decluttering is good for you. It shouldn't make you angry. Kavina, any ideas to store all my, hang on. Any ideas to store all my lock and lock boxes as they don't stack into each other? There is, do you know the IKEA Billy bookcase? It's actually for putting baskets in. I often use them, excuse me, in playrooms, or for putting boxes in if you've got your boxes labeled. And you can actually be quite clever. They're quite cheap, but you can integrate them and join them up so that you can have tall ones, short ones, and it looks like a bespoke piece of furniture, and it's absolutely fantastic. So that's the Billy bookcases from IKEA. Breda says, thanks, Anne. I've given saucepans, Delft, kitchen utilities and ornaments away to a charity shop, and I'm delighted with the space. I'm only starting, and it's just the most wonderful journey. And the beauty of it is, Breda, as you get further and further into it, it becomes a mindset. So, will I say to you that you'll never have to declutter again once you declutter your house from top to toe? No, of course you will, but it's going to be much, much less. The control is in your hands. I can remember doing a challenge with some of the girls, I think it was in the first lockdown as well, and it was when we were getting to our photographs. And photographs are hard because there's emotion involved with your photographs. Anything that there's emotion involved with is hard, of course, because by that stage you've got used to general mechanisms of decluttering, but then I can show you how to overcome the emotional overwhelm and let go of things that have a sentimentality attached to them. But it is such a good feeling. And you will regain so much space. I mean, I know people who had thought about moving house, and when they had decluttered the house from top to toe, realized, you know what, I have tons of storage in this space. I just wasn't using it properly. I was filling it up with stuff that I don't need. Okay, for us girls, our wardrobes and our walk-in closets are hard, very, very, very hard. So again, we leave that until the end because there is emotion involved with your clothes. You see clothes that remind you maybe of going to a wedding or going to a party or a happy event, and you don't really want to get rid of it, even though that you know in your heart and soul you probably won't ever wear it again. And that's the time to move it on to somebody else. Anne-Marie, hi Anne-Marie. I find decluttering so therapeutic. It's a space since last year. Just back from the charity shop was delivering a load. And, you know, seriously, I would think that the charity shops will be desperately keen for you to see you coming in with your stuff. Because if you think about it, the charity shops are all there to support a charity. And they have not been able to, their income has gone way, way down because we have not been able to physically get our stuff to the charity shops. And that did make decluttering during lockdown challenging because I always say when you fill a bag, even if it's for the charity shop, you fill that bag, you tie it, and then put it in your car immediately so that it doesn't come back into the house. But when the charity shops weren't open, it was much harder to do that, and you were tempted to go back into the bags. So this is a perfect time, and it's just, you know, we're coming out of lockdown, we're coming out of these times. It's a really, really good time to just purge your mind and get back that sense of clarity and hope and calm and control that decluttering gives you. Actually, the guest that I'm hoping to have, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, decluttered something like 90% of his possessions. The morning show. Now, I'm not expecting you to go to that level, but it's amazing the therapeutic benefits that letting go can give you. And I've talked about this before many a time, but often in our house there are things that they cause negative association. There might be gifts that people gave us that we don't like. Maybe we don't like the people who gave the gifts. Maybe they remind us of a time in our life when we were unhappy. Maybe health wasn't good. Maybe there was bereavement in your life. Take these things away. Get them out of your house. I want you to surround yourself only with things that make you happy, only with things that remind you of happy times, your family, laughing times, you know, even people who are not here anymore who put you in good humor. I have a photograph that I love of my mother in the hall. And when I open the front door, between that and the fuchsia lamp that I see in front of me, I have a smile on my face walking in the front door. And I do try to keep that door, that hall. Although I'll be brutally honest, there's a big, massive, big 6-burner barbecue that was bought about 12 weeks ago that has not been assembled, and it's been sitting there all that time, and that's bugging me. So that's on my kill list. I don't care if I have to put it together. I was kind of hoping the 2 lads would do it, but if they don't do it, I'm going to do it. So Anne-Marie, that's absolutely brilliant, you know, and you're so organized. So I can just imagine how ruthlessly you declutter and how good it is. Trish Collins started this week, 10 bags of clothes, bags and shoes gone, more to do. Imagine what your wardrobe is. So that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Catherine Waldeck is saying so true about emotional attachment. It's a subject in itself, and it is something that I do cover with the girls in the course because it's hard. I can remember when Mum died, there was a bedroom in our house that she used to use whenever she stayed with us, and it was at least 12 months before I was able to go in to that bedroom, and maybe just as long before I was able to go through her clothes. And some of her clothes had labels, loved her clothes. So it is hard. So you start easy, start with your kitchen. Bathroom is a good place to start as well. The satisfaction in cleaning your bathroom meticulously. So you will find medications that are out of date, creams and potions and lotions that are out of date. Get rid of them all. I remember going through my dressing table and I'm a devil for mascaras. I'm always looking. I have very short eyelashes, so I'm always looking for the perfect mascara. I still haven't really found it, and I found loads and loads that I didn't use, anything that I didn't use. So now I only have what I use, the products that I use. It's a good few of them, but that's all that's there, and I don't, nothing else comes in, and I'm not tempted to put anything else there. But it's just a habit, and it's a habit, and it's discipline, and it's just making yourself do it. But it's fun and it's enjoyable. Anne-Marie saying decluttering is therapeutic. I'd even go beyond that. I actually think it can be transformational, to be honest. It can calm you down. It can just be so good for your mental health and your mental, and you know that you've got calmness in your home, and you know the flow of your home is good, and the light coming in is good. You're going to feel better. Of course you're going to feel better, and you're going to feel more in control. Laundry is a big bugbear in everybody's house, particularly if you've got kids. So I think laundry management systems, storage, clearing out your utility room. I remember when I did the utility room here, gosh, it's probably about a year ago now, and I did it ruthlessly, and I was so proud of myself when I got it done. I spent a whole weekend doing it, including the big fridge, the freezer right then, because I had a fetish for cleaning stuff. If I heard Mrs. Hinch or somebody talking about the latest cleaning stuff, I would go out and buy it, probably never use it. So there was tons of stuff that I just never used. They were sitting in the back of those cupboards. That all went, and it felt so, so good. Any questions at all, just hit me with them, please do. Dishes on the sink, that go in the sink. I hate to see that. So, use your dishwasher and wash your saucepans. And keep your bathrooms. Try to have your bathrooms looking like Zen-like, spa-like bathrooms with clear surfaces. And use the lovely toiletries, and use the lovely towels. Life is short, so put the pretty stuff up and use it. Use it all the time. Cords and wires are another thing that bug me so much. So think about that. If they're strewn all over the place, you can get little cable tidies in any of the DIY shops, or Argos will have them, or IKEA, to tape them to the back of the furniture as well. Anybody else got a question at all for me? I'm easily upset. Those 7 little angry faces up there are really annoying me, and I don't know what I've done or said to annoy somebody, but I didn't mean to, that's for sure. Or maybe my sound is not good. I'm feeling a bit of an echo. I hope not. I hope that's okay. So any other questions? Another thing too, if you've got kids, toys can be a problem, either in their own playroom. A little tip is, if you're going to remove stuff from the playroom, please do it when sorry, that's angry faces. It's all I can see when I look at the screen. But try and get rid of toys when they're not there. I used to do that often. I'd get a black bag and I'd go into the playroom, and they never missed anything, to be honest. Obviously, I wouldn't take something that I knew that they absolutely love, or was a very special soft toy or something like that. But to encourage them. And again, it's up to you to make sure. It's the old Maria Montessori principle, everything in its place, and a place for everything. Once you know where to put something, then it's easy for them to keep tidy. In the playroom as well, use your walls. Even if it's a small space, have shelves, have cubby holes, have the IKEA things. Oh, that's good, Breda, that's brilliant. But yeah, storage is the key for a successful playroom, and encourage them in the bedrooms as well. I'll put up shelves on, they can put their dolls and their teddy bears and whatever on, but it's structured and it's organized, and encourage them to every so often go through their toys. I can remember there was a lady in Wicklow who was building a beautiful new house, and she was decluttering her old house, first lockdown with us, and her 2 sons took it upon themselves and they cleared their bookcases without her saying a word, which is fantastic. Kavina's saying, now I know the problem. Okay, you are breaking up a little. I noticed it before. I do feel it a bit different. Gee, that's a pity. I'm sorry about that. And Latif was saying, was great to declutter following the course. Need to finish my attic, but you did brilliantly, Anne. You did brilliantly. Putting my photos in storage box was a brilliant idea. It's so accessible now. Thank you. And when you're going through your photos, make sure that you only, like if you've got duplicates of photographs, you don't need to have the other one. And only keep the good photographs, the photographs where everybody looks lovely and with happy memories in that box. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm breaking up, because my internet should be excellent, but I have been down in the office for the last week or so, and then I moved upstairs because I thought things might be better up here, and the light is certainly better, but maybe that's a problem, and I'm sorry if I'm breaking up a little bit. Trisha's saying, Christmas decorations are my bugbear. Shed is filled with plastic boxes of stuff. Charity shops don't take them out of season. Oh dear, I didn't know the charity shops didn't take them out of season, but them for the next 11 months or whatever. Okay, Trish, maybe I'm going to be ruthless here. Would you go through the decorations and separate the ones that you love, the ones that you use every year, and get rid of the rest? Either give them to somebody or actually just let them go. Because that's something that I used to have far too many Christmas decorations, and I used to be a 3 Christmas tree lady. I've got a bit of sense as I get older, so I realized I use the same decorations year after year, and then I'd buy some more every year as well. One thing about decluttering that a few of the girls are saying is that it actually influenced your buying decisions. So when you're out buying, you might not necessarily buy 10 bottles of bleach or extra things that you don't need. Trisha's saying she'll have to. I think that's the only solution for you, Trish. Yes. Yep. So you're buying. I think you want the fast fashion. I'm hoping COVID-19 will have fixed that forever. That we won't go out and buy needlessly and unnecessarily. Do you know statistically it says that 80% of people wear 20% of what's in their wardrobe all the time? And I know for me that is probably true. There's an area of my wardrobe to the right hand side where I have a load of dresses that I wear constantly, and then as you go around the return and around the other side, I really don't wear any of the stuff that's over there. I know seasonal stuff is different, and again, it's a good thing it's summertime now, so hopefully we'll soon be able to put away our winter stuff. And it is good to get those bags. You know those bags, you'll buy them in Argos, that you use the vacuum cleaner to take the airs and sweaters and God knows what into that and put them up high so that your own wardrobe looks really streamlined and organized, and it's a really good thing to do. To give you that saying, I have to try to encourage my 20-year-old to declutter his clothes. He has a large room and I had to buy more hangers, coats, shoes and coats, shoes and coats. He's always in charity shops. Oh gosh, okay. Well, maybe encourage him to take some of the stuff back that he doesn't need, and he's always buying more stuff. Because I think that's one thing that COVID has made us realize we don't need, and that is for sure. I'll hang on for a minute and see if anybody has any more questions. Because I'm on a call at 4 o'clock. So if there aren't any more questions, well, listen, I will go on. And I hope you all have the loveliest weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend here. I know you guys in the UK had a bank holiday this Monday. So a bank holiday weekend is probably a really good time to start focusing on decluttering. Although if the weather's getting better, I find a rainy decluttering, but start small, bite-sized chunks, manageable. Maybe start in your kitchen, or like Kavita in your hot press, or like Anne in the attic, wherever you feel you have the appetite for, because be gentle with yourself first, make it easy for yourself, and you'll find as time goes on, it's going to get so much easier, and you just get into this habit. And to be honest, at the end, you almost get a little bit ruthless, and it becomes very easy to decide what you're keeping and what you're not. So on that note, I'm going to go. If anybody's building a house next Wednesday, I have a wonderful builder here with me, and it's going to be all about building, and I'm hoping to be able to show you some of his work as well, because he's actually renovating a really old property for himself now, and he's got the most incredible suspended stairs, circular stairs that I've ever seen in my life. It's wonderful. This is what I want to hear. Kavina saying, I'm in the mood now, away for a 20-minute sprint. So ladies, that's a challenge. Get your timer on your phone, set it for even 10 minutes if that's the only energy you have, but in your kitchen, and I promise you'll feel so much better. Have a lovely weekend. Says Trish, thanks as always. I'm heading to Galway tomorrow. Trish, Neil has a vascular scan on Friday morning, so I'm hoping that's going to be perfectly okay. And we're going to travel down tomorrow and stay there tomorrow night. So do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's all you need, and just get into the habit of it. And if anybody does want more help and does want to do the declutter course, I'm actually going to put the link to it here, and you can join it. It's really cheap at the minute. It's you could give yourself, to be perfectly honest, and it just means you've got ongoing support, and you've got a specialized group that Anna Teef would have been part of, and the girls before, and we just encourage each other and get it all done. So have a lovely evening. Summer is coming, heat is coming, sunshine is coming, and I'll talk to you very soon. But as always, stay safe and stay fabulous. And if you've got any other questions, pop them here for me too, and I'll answer them when I can. Okay, bye guys. There we go. And